Hey, everybody. It is Draft Lottery Day. It's also Pucking Around Podcast. I don't know. Oh, you want to get the Bruins one in there?
I felt left out. Like, I was like, what the hell is this? I was like...
Just generic. I know. All right, so it's Pucking Around Podcast, and it's also Draft Lottery Night, so we thought we'd blend the two together, and we came up with this idea here. So we're going to be here as they announce the teams. They'll start with number 16 and work their way down, and we'll let you know because not everybody can get this. In Canada, you got to pay for it to get. I'm getting it on Sportsnet Plus. It isn't, I don't think, anywhere free. So if you cannot get it, watch us, and we're going to tell you how they come down for the picks. It goes from 16 down to 1. And to do that with me tonight, we've got the co-host from Flyer going to fly right over there to that side of me. And that's Eric Martino. I'll do like Alex says. Eric Martino. Now you feel at home.
That's right. What's up, boys? It's a special night tonight. We'll see if we can. The balls will drop our way.
Yeah, the Flyers are sitting in 4th from the bottom, so 4th from the top. So yeah, and then we got down below me there from the High Brew Nation podcast, and that is Cam Zakarzik or Goosey. We got Goosey down there. How's it going, Cam?
What's going on, fellas? Happy for hopefully a wonderful draft lottery for Boston. I don't like the fact that you have a higher. This goes for everybody. Eric, did you see it that you have a higher percentage of actually dropping?
Yeah,
and increasing
because they're ahead of you. It goes a little less each spot up.
No, the problem is, no. Do you understand what I'm saying? The Bruins have a higher probability of picking at 6th than they do at 5th.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but that's because if there is a team from behind you that wins one of the two, you're going backward.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah,
well, that's what happens. And there's a higher probability that will happen for you guys tonight. Why? Because the last 3 years, I believe, it hasn't happened. There hasn't been a team from way back.
Averages. Yeah, I hope it happens to Philadelphia.
Well, no, it's probably going to be a team farther back that's going to.
No, I'm hoping that the Boston Bruins do it to Philly or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, right? That could happen. It could happen this year that it changes because it hasn't really in the last 3, if I'm correct.
I don't know.
All right, so
I don't remember.
I can't hear anything over there. I'm going to have to up my volume.
It's fine.
They're going to start with the 16th spot, which is Calgary, but Montreal holds that.
Oh, hey, look, I see Don Stupid Nuts right on the left-hand corner over there. And then there's Kyle Dubas right below. My God, it's like the column of idiots.
Okay. Oh, I see it now. You're just a little ahead of me.
Holy crap. Yeah, look, Don doesn't look like Don.
Why
doesn't
do they
even
need
look
all
like
these
he gives
people?
up.
Oh, and there's the New York Rangers, Chris Drury. I wonder what he's going to do to the prospect that gets picked. Bum.
Okay, so what? Oh, there's all 16 there. Now, did they show Calgary or Montreal? Because Montreal holds Calgary's pick. Now, I guess if Calgary does win, hang on a sec there, Alex. We got another guy in. Just give you a sec. So if Calgary gets one of the two, they move up 10. I don't think we get the pick at that point.
You get Florida.
So.
Yeah, because I think it's protected, right? I think
it's top 10 protected, yeah. But that's unlikely to happen. I don't think ever a 16th place team has won one of the. I don't think so.
It would be a 0.5% chance.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing there.
There's a chance.
Listen, I have all the images here for the team. So let me wait till I see it. I'm a few seconds behind, I think, you guys. So.
Hello, Whitey. How are you? He is a Bruins fan.
Oh, no. My TV just broke. Gary Bettman's on it.
Oh,
man.
Boo, Gary, boo.
Oh, by the way, my girlfriend's brother-in-law made one of the bombest margaritas, and I had to not finish it there and show you guys. It is great.
One of the
Everything.
Thomas the guy who showed that to you. It's really good.
I'm not drunk. This is only the first one.
Fucking having fun. Jesus.
Oh, what a shot! Buckbig's not a finalist. I'm calling the freaking NHL going on protest.
Lane Hudson, Macklin Celebrini, and Dustin Wolf are the 3 finalists for the Calder Trophy.
I'm on protest.
I feel bad for you guys tonight. I feel bad. I really feel bad for it. No, I do feel bad for you.
It's not just the goals. What's the point? What was the point production between Celebrini and Michkov?
The same.
The same, right? Yeah.
And
how many less games though did Celebrini?
So they had the same exact amount of games played.
No,
Celebrini had less
games, but Matvey had less total ice time. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Despite that.
Yeah,
so they had to leave
you still have more
out.
game. Yeah, but I don't know.
More games, but less total ice time. So it kind of.
I'm surprised Wolf is in there.
No, I'm not really.
I'm a little surprised. No, not a ton, but I'm a little bit surprised that Wolf is there. Hey, we should say hi to people in the chat, and I totally forgot because this stuff starts really quick. We're gonna get to it. I mean, we're gonna have about a half hour of this, and then it's over 7:30. We're gonna talk about everything, so we will get more to you guys, but we'll lead off with Guru. Hey, Guru, how's it going? It's not just Rick. We're all here. Hey, Guru. Aki, how you doing, Aki? You got on your satellite? But you're still I appreciate that. Andrew White. Hi, Andrew White. Don't talk media. I wonder who those guys are. They're new. Slinksy, Rick. Aki says New Jersey moved up in 2022, I believe. They were the last team to do it. You mean from all the way back?
The 5 pick, and they passed us when we were the 4 pick.
But I'm talking about from 16. Doesn't happen very often.
Did you guys see who the top 3 were? I know Michael Meese is one of them, Schaefer, and who's the third? Is it
James
Higgins?
Higgins was the other guy they showed. Although, if you ask me, I think Porter Martone is probably, in my opinion, the 3rd best prospect.
How do you say it, Cam? Porter Martone?
Porter Martone, yeah.
Yeah. I love hearing that.
I thought it was Porter Martone. There's no U.
Martone, I don't know.
It's Martone.
Martone.
Slinksy, I cannot believe it either. Pacioretty, traitor. Pacioretty basically sealed it up for them. And I went to another one. Toronto hated it. Now we got to watch Toronto with another series.
Whitey knows the division.
Oh, I'm kind of hoping it's 7 for the Bees.
Oh, that would be bad because that means we move down too.
Oh, did I say that as well? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
That would mean we're ended up at 6.
I didn't mean it. Bad me. Martone is that kind of does sound Italian, isn't it?
Is this dude really?
I don't know.
It could be.
Filming from a back.
Could be Italian from Heritage. So it would be pronounced Martone.
Martone.
Eric,
Tony. No, it's not the same thing. Sorry. Oh God. Yeah, the meds are kicking in, so I can't help myself.
I'm gonna fix my mic. I'm gonna put it back down.
Yeah, check that. But freaking Schaefer is recording an almost positive from a bathroom.
Kind of looks like a hotel. No.
You know the washer and dryer is behind that curtain.
No, it's a hotel room. Bet you anything, that's a hotel room.
The
hotel room.
Oh, that's
like a bathroom.
It's a hotel room. Bet you anything.
Some good acoustics in the bathroom.
It looks like hotel room curtains.
Okay. We also have on my tiny little phone. It's not.
Alex, stop putting it into the screen. Just describe it.
It is all the number combinations on NHL.com. Oh, here we go. I think I already do. Oh, they're just putting them in the.
What are you eating, Fern? Says Andrew.
We had de Mayo at Nicole's house. We had shrimp tacos, beef tacos, corn on the cob, and what the hell?
De Mayo.
Oh, and fish and chips and dip.
Oh, they're ready to go.
All right, here we go.
Oh, 5. I wonder if the next one's 4. Nope, 6.
I'm on 9.
I'm on 6, 7.
Oh, they're just loading the damn machine.
Yeah, they're just putting them in now.
Oh, God. He said something about having
I
more
wonder
balls.
why.
I got more balls than you. Come on.
I wonder why they're actually doing it this way. Do you know what I mean?
Because people are little rigged allegations.
I think there's too many conspiracies.
Yeah.
What? Wait a second. What did I do now?
All right, here we go. First draw, everyone.
Hang on, you gotta wait for me to get it. Remember. It doesn't matter. Whoever gets it first, I'll just pop up the so it's fine. Let's not wait for me. I'm behind everybody.
They're doing a countdown timer for each ball.
Next ball.
This is awesome.
Are they? No, they're not going to do that. 30 seconds. Oh, well, I guess they have.
There's a shot clock.
They got to let it, recirculate, I think, is why.
I'm fine with that.
It's freaking ping pong balls, man. It's not that hard, dude.
Not 10. 10 has the least amount of Flyers possibilities. 7.
I don't know all the number combinations.
This
so
is for the 16th spot, dude. 16. They go top to the bottom. 16 is top. Number 1.
Flyers are in second place right now.
Who is it?
Flyers have the
number 7.
First ball draw.
Oh, they're doing this really different than before, I guess.
I like this. I like it a lot.
Okay, I'm a little bit confused about what's going on right now.
The four number combination says who it's going to be.
Okay.
Change with each ball. So the Flyers have the second most balls with the number 7 involved.
Yeah,
okay.
Flyers have the second most balls.
Sure. Flames are eliminated already, Rick, by the way, so you're keeping pick 16.
Well, that's what I thought.
They're starting at 16. I don't understand.
I'm waiting for the official announcement. What's taking so long? They just did 16?
No.
A ball is at 11. Seven 11.
All right, Montreal via Calgary.
All right, we're still in third. We're tied, though, with Seattle. Okay. 16 through 12 will remain the same.
16 through 12?
Will remain the same.
15, Vancouver. 14, Utah. 13, Columbus. And 12 is Detroit.
There's that beautiful son of a bitch, Danny Briere.
Yeah, this is really different.
Oh, boy.
So they just have to do 4 balls, and that eliminates everybody. I get it. I get it.
The third ball.
GMs, look, they dropped the GM. Calgary.
Okay, Bruins are out for first pick. It's either going to be San Jose, Chicago, Philly, Pittsburgh, Isles, Seattle, or Buffalo. Flyers are tied for first right now with Pitt, the Isles, and Chicago.
Wait.
Let's go.
Not Pitt.
I don't know who to take out.
4 or 6 gets us the first pick. We're looking for 4 or 6 right here.
Okay, Rangers
4 or 6,
are.
Come on.
11. Rangers are at 11.
We can do this.
Not 5 or 13. 4 or 6.
Why are Boston, Nashville, and Anaheim crossed out?
Because their number combination can't possibly come up.
Okay. So I don't know how the order is.
Oh, you're really going to commercial?
Oh, I think fucking go to commercial for picking up the ball.
Having all these logos was for nothing tonight.
Fix.
Just need 2 of them when they at the end. Okay, so
San
Jose, Chicago, Philly, Seattle, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Islanders. They're still in the running to get the first pick. This is really stressful. I have to say, this is a little bit more exciting about how it comes out than the other way, kinda.
Yeah, this is way more fun.
a little bit more, but we'll see. We're not done yet. It's different, so it's a little confusing.
Oh my God, there's so many different number combinations.
4 or 6, Eric. Manifest it.
Come on.
4 or 6, Eric.
I mean, if you get the first overall pick, Alex, you know you're going to go for your right-handed defenseman. So,
I'll go Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer all day.
and then you want to know what? Then you can get rid of Cam York.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
And he's as good as gone.
A lot of the scouts are saying that Schaefer is probably NHL ready next year. So we'll see.
I think they're saying
Yeah, the
5.
same
I think
way-
they're saying
I
the
will
top
say
5.
this, if Pitt or the Isles wins, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, I do think if what Alex just said, his head's going to blow up. So be careful. Keep your eyes on the screen.
See this football window? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think your head might explode. So we're looking for that.
I would be okay if it's not Pitt of the Isles.
Oh, not Pittsburgh. Come on, not Pittsburgh.
I don't really care at this point because it ain't going to be Montreal, and I didn't think it would be. So, and it couldn't have been anyway.
Yeah, even if they won, you would have just been Calgary's pick anyway.
No, we couldn't.
6,
If
please,
Calgary won,
points.
we're out of the top. We wouldn't have that pick this year. So I'm glad that it worked out the way because then Montreal keeps that pick.
Hold on. I'm bringing the good vibes, boys. Hold on.
God, what a loser.
You never know if we end up in Calgary.
Right now. We're getting the good vibes.
Who's got to wear that, by the way?
Why does wearing a Mitch Cobb jersey bring you good vibes?
Because
his numbers are 3 and 9, not 4 and 6.
Good vibes right now.
Good vibes for the Flyers.
Buddy,
and
you
We're
need
Bruins.
a 4 and a 6.
vibes.
I would have thought you were going to go get a jersey that had 4 and 6 on it, not a 3 and a 9. I swear to God, if a 3 or 9 pop up in the next,
I don't know who 3 or 9 gets. I just know 1 in 10 is the Penguins, and I kill myself if that happens.
Oh,
Well, at least
Okay.
it gives us something to watch for.
If the
Alex-
Penguins win the first
Overall pick, I might actually shit.
Alive himself or
4 or 6. Please, I
Did he
don't
get 4
ask
or
for
6?
much.
Of course, they're going to play a lot of commercials.
Here we
Oh
go.
my God, this is like painful. Like I'm
Here
just
we go.
watching
Last
balls
ball
fondle
being
in a
picked
friggin'
now.
bucket.
4 or 6.
By the time they come out of this commercial, they'll announce it. No, another commercial. So
It is. Who am I kidding? We're not going to get it. Not 1, 10, 5, or 13.
who you kidding? Come on.
It's going to be one of the 2 teams I can't stand.
Who you kidding?
I don't know. What do you need?
Please, 4 or 6.
Fuck, I'll do this. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
Oh, now we got to wait another 30 seconds.
again, they reset the track clock.
I mean, this is the first time they're ever doing it, so they're gonna they're gonna work it out. Dude, that must be so painful for a guy like Gary Bettman to stand there
Wait a second.
because he
right
knows
here,
that he's hearing cameras lenses break.
somebody
If Kyle
could win-
Dubas wins a first round pick, I'm gonna freaking shit.
I will kill myself. Please, 4
but
or
somebody
6.
here could win.
Here we
the spot
go.
right now.
What are they gonna do with that? I don't even know if the Penguins they're gonna still need.
13. That's the Islanders.
Oh fuck!
The
That means-
Islanders just won the draft lottery.
Are you serious?
Oh my
It must have
god!
been the deal they made with the devil to get rid of Lou, and they get this. 13.
Do they need a
They can even. Well, they might actually go offense depending on what they want to.
So
That's
I
great.
don't believe that.
Officially, the Islanders. Fuck off.
So we basically also just dropped. Everyone just dropped.
Unless if you move up here, yeah.
Yeah, because the Islanders would be.
Isles,
I can't believe that.
Wow.
New York Islanders get
The
the number
Islanders.
1 overall pick. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jinx it for you, but it's what I said would happen.
Well, there's still a draw for 2, right?
But we'll get this happening because it hasn't happened in a few years.
Yeah, it's still gonna draw for 2.
Okay.
Islanders number 1. Who gets number 2?
I'll be fine if we get 2. Don't go to commercial break this time.
So right now,
It's gonna take like another 15
Yeah,
minutes.
this was only
Right
this
now,
was only
Philly
supposed to be
and
30
Boston
minutes.
both
I
dropped
like
one.
they're on a time crunch. Like
Well, it's 7:20 right now, so.
oh yeah, they got time. It's going to 7:30.
I'm going
Unbelievable.
scream.
We can't fault the 6. We can't fault the 6. 5 is fine, but
I'm gonna scream if we fall to 7.
So we're
That's
either
pretty
2,
rough.
5, or 6 now.
Yeah.
The Isles are getting the first pick. That's
No,
great.
because you can move up to 3, can't you?
1.
No.
2.
Well, is it both?
I know we have a bunch with 1. I saw
Second
that.
overall is coming up, so you can move up to 2 if you win here. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 still possible.
So the
For Boston, we can get
Actually,
3.
you're
We
right,
can
they
get
might
5,
be.
3, or 5, 1, 5, 2, or 3. One
No,
of
if
them.
you win here, you get 2. The 2 is up for grabs. Right
so
now.
we can see the odds for the other teams?
But number 2 is up for grabs right now,
Yes, it is.
unless it's from way back. Then it's not.
I don't even know what fucking number combinations Bruins need. I know Bruins have
I
1.
don't know either.
No, wait, maybe we don't. I don't even know.
Fucking Islanders.
I'm telling you, they made a deal with the NHL. You get rid of Lou, we're going to give you the first pick. I'm starting.
1 and
You're
5.
We'll start a new conspiracy theory.
What? Can we
And-
see the odds
and-
again?
They're going to hire Bearman, and he's going to make that.
Oh, Boston right now still has a chance. They have a 1 and 5.
Is
they
there
need
a
a 2 and a
grinder out
3.
there? Is there a grinder? That's who Bergevin's going for.
Well, can we see who?
Bottom
Yeah,
6
no
grinder.
kidding. They're going to pick McQueen.
Bottom 6 grinder.
We need a center really bad.
Veteran presence.
And he's going to say, you can't get a number 1 center anywhere. We just can't get a number 1 center.
Can we see the odds again?
Dude, I don't even know.
They're doing the picks and we can't even see the odds.
1, 5, and 12. This tells me nothing so far.
1, 5, 12. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm trying to find if Boston.
1, 5, 12.
Nope, Boston's eliminated. San Jose still has a chance at it.
So you
San
drop the 7, that means. Or 6,
No.
actually. It could be one of the.
No,
Yeah, not if
it would
San
be
Jose,
6.
Chicago, or like
San
I don't know
Jose
who's
still
there.
We're
up there.
out. Damn it. So we're dropping, unless it's San Jose, Chicago, and Nashville wins, we're out.
No, I can't drop the 6. Oh.
Oh, we got to stay at 5.
Wait,
Damn it.
what? They're doing a
Oh, my
redraw?
God. Just give it to San Jose then, please. At least keep us at 5.
Wait,
Boston's still in it.
Second for the second.
They're
pick.
doing a redraw.
For the second.
Yeah,
pick.
it's the second ball. No, the redraw is just they're out of it. Calgary could.
Oh, Lou Jocks, I think maybe the Islanders won again.
Calgary could
Oh,
go
yeah,
from
yeah.
15 to 6
Okay.
or 7.
Oh,
Okay.
Boston's not eliminated.
Boston still has a chance.
14.
Yeah.
They need a 7 or a 14. Oh my God, Boston, please get 7 or 14. Oh
Wow,
my
Calgary
God.
just paid the last
No,
one.
oh no, come on, no.
Just one of the top 3 teams, so we
No,
stay
no
at
9. No
5. 'Cause if
9.
we move to
Oh my
6,
God, give me
No, 9.
7 or 14.
No
No, it's
9.
gonna happen. I feel it's gonna happen.
No
Oh
9.
my God.
we have
Okay.
a
Another
7
number. No,
and 11
9.
chance of staying at 5.
Oh God, give me 7 or 14.
No.
Give me 7 or
It's
14.
not-
No.
I don't
Fuck,
care
you
what
got
number.
Calgary,
Not
so-
9. Not 9.
Give me
Nine.
7 or
9.
14.
Son of a bitch better
All right.
not get 9.
3. Who
Wait,
got
what were the Calgary?
That's Calgary.
Oh,
That's Calgary.
Number 9 came in. Fuck off.
No, it was 3.
oh my God.
Wait, who
Now
had
I
number
have
3?
7.
3.
Oh.
It's not Calgary.
I don't remember.
Wait, who had 3? I thought it was Seattle.
I don't care. It's not Calgary.
Utah. Oh,
What the
off.
So we dropped to 6.
We dropped to 6.
And you dropped to 7, Cam.
Thank God. It's not
I mean,
us
that
this
means
year.
we're just getting Roger McQueen.
I can't believe I looked up and said, "Thank God it's not us this year," because we if that happened last year or a year.
Oh, wait, Utah can only move up to 4. Is there 2?
Yeah, they can
Okay.
only move up to 4.
Yeah, because they can.
Oh,
only
yeah,
move
because
10
Nashville go.
Why do the Sharks
can only
celebrate?
move 10 spots up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right, we still end up at 6. Oh, fuck off.
So that means Chicago's 3rd, Nashville's 5th, with 6th.
So it's what?
Oh, my God. We're not going to get
San
it.
Jose
Oh,
is
my
2.
God.
Oh, let's see. We got it.
We're taking care of BYA.
Islanders.
I'm calling it.
It's going to be likely Denoyer.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, my God.
What? They don't know the rest of the board. So 1.
Oh, yeah, now it goes by standing.
Draft
And
lottery.
then Utah is 4. We don't know 3.
Will be Chicago, no?
God.
No, wait.
Why didn't they put it up on the board? They should know the rest already.
I think they're just going to do it after commercial break just for the drama.
Just because they want you guys to sit with it a little longer.
No,
Eat at you.
Boston can still get the 3rd. They're doing a 3rd drawing for the 3rd overall pick.
No,
Boston's still
they don't
eligible.
do.
No, they only do 1 and 2 now.
It's only 1 and
Oh.
2. That's it. You're
It's over.
7. We're 6. We both got fucked.
It's over.
I don't know because it's still.
Cam, it's over.
I don't know.
You haven't been part of the draft lottery for a while, so I know you're not up to date with it. It's over.
It's done now. Just put the rest. Just showing the rest. But that's all
It doesn't
decided.
matter,
now.
Cam. You're 7. We're 6.
Well, then how the hell would we get to 3 though? There's no like how would we
Because
move
That'll
on?
take a lot
the
of
only way
drugs.
you could have got to 3 is if you were what, 5? Yeah. So if Detroit moved from 12 to 2, and then you ended up getting the second.
That's it.
the
Somebody
second drawing.
certain spot back
Was
there
it?
would have to move a certain way for
Oh
you to
god,
move up.
I think they
Didn't happen.
complicate it.
Quick
Oh.
story. I'm walking the dog just before the show. I'm walking down in between a couple of buildings. It's a walkway. I look down. There's a little baggie of I don't know what kind of
So
powder.
the Islanders get thanked for being mid for all
Okay,
these
nobody
years
cares.
and get the first overall.
I didn't
pick.
pick it up and I didn't touch it and I wouldn't touch it, but that's crazy.
I'm not even mad at Utah. You know what? I'm actually happy for the Mormons. Fuck the Isles.
Fuck the Mormons.
Oh,
I'm not
They
mad
got-
about Utah.
listen,
But
the Mormons-
Islanders-
The Mormons got their special underwear. Do you got special underwear? I don't. They got that.
It's not
They don't-
really
don't wanna
underwear.
do this show
It's
anymore.
more like an underskirt.
It's special. Nothing special about us. They already got something special. They don't need this.
Oh god.
If there's any bright spot in this, the Penguins moved down 2 spots.
yeah.
Yeah, listen, you know what? I'm really I make fun of it, but I feel
Can
for you
someone
guys
look up what
'cause-
the Islanders' odds were
Wait, can I
winning the
finish
cup?
the thought?
I'm not winning the cup. What was
Can I
that
finish-
at?
Hello?
Yeah, it was a low percentage.
Alex, say that
I
again.
won't talk to.
3.5%.
Of winning the first overall pick, and they accomplished it.
Correct. And it was out of the 1,000 combinations, they had 35 of them.
It's conspiracy.
Yeah,
anyway,
well,
I'm happy.
that would
this didn't happen
constitute a
the last 3
percentage of
seasons.
probability. Would that not,
Okay.
Alex?
I will say this.
I won't say anything.
At least they did it live. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can say.
Oh no, I believe him.
I mean, it doesn't mean it can't be rigged, but it's not rigged. I mean, they're not rigged.
Stephen A., can you tell me how you feel right now in the most simple way possible?
Like shit.
Best way I
No
can.
one could hear that.
Yeah,
No one could hear that.
Oh.
You have
There
to
you go.
remember we're on a podcast, buddy.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't
just
hear
have the audio clip. It's like I
Oh,
wish I could
just
just
pulled it
give
up
this
from,
guy
Twitter
etiquette.
real quick. Hold on.
Okay, they're unveiling the rest of the story.
yeah. There you
Chicago
go.
3. Hang on, let me do my thing here.
You want me to?
Hey,
Everyone
Chicago,
here,
is 3.
Hold on.
Nashville.
May I play a video
5.
real quick?
Wait, Philadelphia, Boston, Seattle, Buffalo, the Ducks, Penguins, Rangers, Detroit. Well, we know the rest of that. So that's how they go. Now tell the rest of this. Whatever. Do whatever.
And for everyone in here who had their hopes and dreams shattered tonight, I have one simple video.
Bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out
It's
deceived.
gonna get demonetized. Stop doing that. Let's see what everybody in the chat says.
I didn't think that'd be that big of a deal.
All right. We got everybody in the chat. By the way, Cam, you're so fine. I'm sorry, I didn't put that up there. Okay.
I'm hoping Frindell's still there, but I'm not banking on it.
I don't think so. I don't think it makes it to 6.
It's gonna be Dinoye, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I'm pretty certain that's what it's gonna be.
From my channel, BL, he really likes that kid. And he
has moved up recently.
He gets to see him. He's got season tickets to Cape Breton, so he sees him. And he says that's the guy to go after. So it might not be that bad a thing.
I would take Dinoye over McQueen or probably Jake O'Brien.
The thing with everything that I've
move up.
McQueen's slated for 8. They moved him down.
The issue with McQueen is he has a lot of injury risk. That's the thing with him. He could be he's the big boomer bust guy.
I don't really know everybody there, but guys, go through the comments, and if you pick something out, I'm doing that. Let's see what
Sharks don't need another center. Bruins will trade up to 2 to get.
No, they're not.
What exactly?
For what?
They're not. They're not going to do that.
No.
Why would the Sharks not pick the best?
The Sharks are going to pick, or if anything, maybe the Sharks might try and go for the number 1 because they need a defenseman. Maybe.
No, but I can
see what's going to happen. If the Isles go defenseman and go Schaefer, that's fine. The Sharks will then either get Misa or Martone.
But how about if they do
their game?
They pick a center. They don't need to. They move one of their centers.
Got a higher ceiling than Higgins.
Get what they want.
Alec, when did you start working for the NHL Central Scouting? They hired Martone at 4th or 5th.
Montreal with 16 and 17. I don't know that they make one or both of those picks. They trade them.
Every literally NHL scout has Martone between 4 and 6, and Alex is just like, he'll go 2.
No, he might.
No, I don't think so.
Well, if you're the Sharks, you already have your 2 centers. So Misa is a little bit higher of a ceiling than Will Smith, so you can move Smith to wing and then
Bruce,
draft Misa. Or you go Martone, who has been comped to Matty Tkachuk. So
who's this guy? Merka. Is that really how it's spelled?
I don't think he's going to be the 6th overall pick. I
No.
feel like that.
Is that really how it's spelled, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Check.
I don't care, but I mean, I've never seen the guy's name spelled like that.
Oh, dear. Hacking with some haymakers.
Aiken, great.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah, he's Czech.
Aiken's, obviously a Habs fan, one of the guys from my channel. He's Czech. Merka. Okay, he's Czech. All right, never heard of him. But at this time, I don't really know these guys too well. And I'll get to learn them, like in the Habs area of picking. I'll get to learn them.
Your objective, Rick, is Carter Bear.
Carter Bear, I've heard of him. I don't know anything about him. I've heard the name.
He did just get hurt, but he's got high upside 2C potential.
Yeah, but they needed 2C now.
Isn't Carter Bear a winger?
No, he's a center, I'm pretty sure.
I think he tore his Achilles. I don't think so. That's not a good injury.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that bad. I knew he had an injury, but I didn't know it was
bad injury for hockey players. That's very true, Aiken. No, I think Montreal, literally, I don't think they make that pick, those picks. One of them anyway.
I got to be honest with you. Montreal's probably not. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Rick. Like, It's not happening. And honestly, this draft year, from what they've said, there's not much talent outside of the top 10.
That's right. I don't think they're going to look at it and go, yeah, we can find our guy there. When we need that guy next season, that's not how they're finding their 2C. If that's the case, they got that guy, Michael Hage, that they're waiting for. They don't need to do that again right now. They need to move one or both of those.
This draft means nothing to Montreal. Okay. This draft means nothing to Montreal.
Not that much.
No, I quite literally mean it. Actually, to you guys, it means nothing.
Not the first round, really, because they're gonna move.
Even the time after that, your
no, that's where I think you're wrong. Montreal's objective every round that they make a pick is to get a home run. So
obviously,
every round is important.
I'm not saying that, Rick. I'm just saying, like, look at where your team's going. Look at how the team is built. Look at the age of the team. Look at your prospect pool, which is pretty good.
It's still important for down the road. Don't say it's not. It's still that. But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I'm kind of saying the same thing. They can't get a second line center is coming out in this draft. It's not going to translate to next season.
Yeah, I know. It might not even translate at all.
It might not even.
If I'm going to be honest with you, that's why I said this year's draft means nothing to you.
The rest of the rounds do mean, but you're right. The first round,
maybe not in terms of NHL caliber. I wouldn't say that.
Look where we've got some of our guys from in later rounds. So I don't know about that.
Fair enough. It's going to mean a hell of a lot more for the Flyers, Bruins, 100%, Chicago.
Like it was for us last year. 100%. I mean, this whole is not really for the Habs because it's not going to affect us that much.
I mean, I was going to get Caleb Denoyer.
From what I listen,
Eric, new plan. We're going to take those two first, pray Edmonton loses, and package them and move up again.
I think if you interrupt Rick one more time, I might mute you.
If PL was here, he would tell you all about Caleb Denoyer. He loves that kid, so that's not a bad pick. If that's what you've got, look into him a little more.
No, I have. The only thing with Denoyer.
Thank you, Cam, for sticking up for me. Appreciate it.
Honestly, look, a lot of what I hear about Denoyer, I really like, and he's one of the guys that I heard he really will project as a center. The only thing is, a lot of what I hear is he gets compared a lot to Phil, or I think he's compared to Philip Deneau. So, look, Deneau is not a bad player, but he's not a number one center. Exactly.
He sounds like then a Deneau with some more offense to him.
Exactly, like Phil Deneau, a little more offense.
That's a hell of a player.
Oh, it is. I'm not saying it'd be a bad pick. I'd be happy with that pick. It's just that, obviously, if we would have been a little higher in the draft, I got a Higgins or from them.
Drop from where you were. It's a disappointment. Yeah. There's no doubt.
Danny could trade up to 5.
Maybe there's no point.
Hey, you know what? Utah at 4 is not. You could trade up to 4. I think 4 is available because Utah has a lot of young players.
You got plenty of ammo to make it work.
Yeah. So yeah, look, it's a possibility. So, but I think because I heard I can't remember what part of that was. This is something, and they were saying that the Flyers are really, really enamored with Denoyer. And at 6, it's a very good possibility he's still there. So who knows? Maybe they stay at 6 and they just go, you know what? We'll take best player available at 6, and most probably it's Denoyer.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Not take best player available at 6?
Well, your friend Bergeron took Kotkaniemi at 3, so
exactly, you're right. But there's also the possibility that there's a surprise at the beginning, and you still have your guy. That could happen. Look at you got Demidov at 5. That could happen for you guys to go. And then he falls to you.
Yeah,
you never know.
Look, there could be a team in the top 5 that also is in love with Denoyer. And then you have a team that's maybe really likes Martone and everything, and maybe Higgins or one of Higgins or Friendel falls.
Yeah, so
you never know. So, these things are.
Shane Wright was projected first overall, and he went
exactly.
Yep. It happens. There's no doubt it happens, and there's a guy every year that falls a little bit, if not a lot. There's a guy every year.
Well, the difference between 4, 5, and 6 is not that much.
No.
At that point, you're picking the best talent available is decent enough to where you need to start looking at what is going to be the best fit for your team, not necessarily the best talent available. That's 1 through 3, because typically 1 through 3 tend to be studs. Normally within the top 5 too.
1 through 5.
But at least 4 and 5,
Yeah.
you could go either way.
But it's usually top 5 are studs.
The top
it
2
drops after that sometimes.
The top 2 are kind of separated in this year's draft. Like Schaefer and Misa are kind of like here, and then there's a bit of a discussion point where Martone, Higgins, Frendell, Denoyer, O'Brien, McQueen, Jackson. There's plenty of guys around that area.
But then it becomes, what does the team need? Because if you're up there, you can pick for need if they're all in the same tier. So you might get a team that the guy goes to the GM, like I like Desnoyers over this guy, and then your guy drops to you. It happens. And BL is here. He's in. Hey, BL, Desnoyers, the real deal. Moncton is the #1 junior team in all of Canada, and he is their best player and is only 17.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't sound like Desnoyers is that much of a consolation prize.
No, like I said, I like what I hear about the kid, so I wouldn't be disappointed. But like I said, it's just that like a Higgins or a Frendell for me would have been like the prize.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them drops and we get lucky. Who knows?
Yeah,
craziest shit's happen.
But then
it happens.
I think Martone's going to go in one of these spots. Obviously Schaefer. And then it just depends who the other 3 centers that go. I mean, you have a mixture of Higgins, Frendell, Denoyer. Maybe someone falls in love with O'Brien. Maybe someone takes a chance at McQueen. Who knows?
I don't know these players well, but do you think that could happen? Because you're talking about this kid, but maybe
I don't think McQueen's dropping that much.
He doesn't drop.
You never know.
He doesn't drop to below 10.
And like I said, I don't know anything about him, so I don't know. But there's always a player that does drop.
So McQueen is on the Erie Otters, if I remember correctly. No, he's on the Brandon Wheat Kings. I'm sorry. He's on the Brandon Wheat Kings. And he's kind of like the big boomer bust guy in the top end of the draft. He's got a lot of injury history, and if he hits, he's going to friggin' hit. But if he misses, it could be an ugly miss.
Injury history bothers me then. I don't think Montreal would touch that.
And it's his back, which is very concerning.
Oh, forget it. Yeah, that's too concerning.
I get Nolan Patrick PTSD from him because he goes to the same exact team that Nolan Patrick was on, and we know what happened with Patrick.
Okay, 2 different players.
No, 2 different players. I'm just saying, both highly regarded, both dealt with their share of injuries. Not the same injuries, not the same type of player, but it's the way they came into the draft that's similar.
Here, BL says, Charbonneau out of Blainville is a real power forward and can play in someone's top 6 down the road. He's physical, has Bruin written all over him.
Nope.
Never heard of the kid before, so I don't know. Well, you know the kid? You've heard of him?
I've heard of him.
Okay, I'm just saying, you don't know. You got to look into that, I'm going to do that over the next little bit, but I don't usually do that prior to this. I don't know a lot about these guys. I learn about them more, during the playoffs.
You start to have a real talent dip after 7.
This year, there is.
Yeah, but
outside of sorry, Jake O'Brien. Like outside of that, like
there's a talent drop off in the top 10. This year. There is. By the way, the draft is the first round June 27th. If you hadn't seen, and the rest of the rounds on the 28th. So just in case anybody hadn't heard that yet. Looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that to see. And it's not because I want to see what Montreal does, but except that I think they're going to make a trade there and get their second C. Because, I mean, if you're going to use that first and second, or the 16th and 17th pick, well, you got to do it before the draft at some point or during the draft.
Actually, you know what, Rick? I will say this. Now would be the most opportune time to go get Jared McCann from Utah, Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Like I
listen.
said.
I don't disagree. I kind of think if that's the case, Hughes will go out and do that. Although the way they're talking, I don't know what they're going to do. They're not. I'll say this: Montreal, they had their press conference yesterday. So Gorton and Hughes, and they did not give away their hand. They did not give it away. So I don't know. If you listen to that, you go, are they going to go after 2C? I don't know. But they have to.
Just want to mention something. The Utah hockey team, or soon to be likely Utah Mammoth as rumored, they had a 1.5% chance of moving up. 1.5.
But it's why I said at the beginning of this show, it hasn't happened in like 3 years. We were 1, 2, and 3. We were 1, 5, and 5. I don't know that we moved at all. So it didn't happen like that. And it was kind of bound to happen by the laws of what, odds? I don't know. But right? Einstein's law of relativity. Einstein's theory of relativity. Is that it? Maybe that's it. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
what did you put up there?
I was honestly just patiently waiting for Alex to interrupt you again.
No, he's being good now.
Hit him with the stick.
He's being good now.
Good.
Here. BL, and BL's been bugging me about this guy.
We lost him.
Guy, Gabriel Daig is if you're looking for a goalie, he's the guy. But I don't think this guy's going that high. No way he's going that high. But it's something maybe the Flyers think of down the road, down a little later in their draft.
For sure.
Always be drafting goalies.
Wouldn't hurt.
Always be drafting goalies.
And with your guys' goalie luck, not a bad idea to try to pick this guy up.
I can do that in the second round. I'm more than willing to do that in the second round of one of our picks for sure.
Yeah, second round. You might want to get out there and grab.
I'm with you on that, Rick.
That. Because the Flyers, for as long as I can remember, since the 80s at some point, they've had trouble with goaltending. That's not been your strength. Maybe, Hextall, after Hextall, I guess.
Yeah,
I would say after Hextall's first stint.
Yeah, right. And it hasn't been your strength. Like every year, it's been a problem for the Flyers. So maybe that's
didn't they have Ilya Brizgalov for a little while? Like he wasn't
Brizgalov, but we don't talk about the center of the universe.
I'm telling you,
I will tell you a goalie that got vastly underappreciated in Philadelphia, and his name was Stone Cold Steve Mason. The disrespect that man got still pisses me off to this day.
I think it's good for us.
They ruined this dude because he let in one horrible goal against the Capitals in the playoffs.
And then we capitalized on that. Didn't we pick him up from and got a draft pick or a player? I think a draft pick that turned out to be something really good. I can't remember all the for taking on Steve Mason, who we just bought out, and that was it. He never played.
Yeah, that was honestly that was a really weird situation because like Alex said, Steve Mason was actually pretty good. Like if you look at his numbers, he was really good in Philadelphia.
He was actually good, he was, yes.
But then we didn't resign him. He signed in Winnipeg, but then he was gone off for his first year. And then that's it. That's when you guys traded they paid you to take him, and then got bought out, and then you never saw him again.
We bought him out. And then that was it for him.
He never played again after. It was like what? It was a really weird situation.
BL, they do have a GM. Who is it? Who's the GM on the island?
They have a name.
Nobody.
Yeah, no, they just who was representing them there?
President, I guess.
Oh, that's right. They
fired Lamoriello.
Was he the GM or the?
No, Lamoriello was the GM.
Not president or nothing. He was just the GM.
No, he was the GM.
Yeah, he was the GM.
Oh, so they haven't. So there was somebody.
Alex, can you hold up a sign that says GM?
You don't have to. I get it.
We just want to make sure that he understood.
7 poster because I was wrong.
I get it. Don't worry.
You were close.
Ken Holland? No, Ken Holland. It wasn't Ken Holland. Oh my God! If it was, no, they're not helping themselves. Mark Bergevin rumored to be the front runner to be named president of hockey operations over there.
Well, now with Rob Blake gone, he might just stay in. He might just be the replacement in LA, though. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. LA's had him there for maybe they don't want to do that with him. They know better.
Did you just say 76ers and 7? Oh, the GM. What did it say on there?
That's the GM.
That's the
Oh
way.
God, what
It
the
was
hell
just,
did I
I
thought
wrote
I
it.
read?
Like when I hold it to the sign, it looks vice versa.
You're looking at Andrew's comment that says now we have to wait for the 76ers to win the.
Oh my
lottery.
God, yeah, that was it.
That's what you were.
I don't know
Oh,
how
yeah,
I
yeah.
dropped that. Alex, did your room just get whiter? All right, now it's getting.
What?
It was the way your lights were refracting. Some weird.
Yeah, he held something up. It'll change your lighting.
Wait a minute.
Change my lighting.
Yeah, until
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera adjusts. It's yellower.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, that's all. Chat.
Thanks,
You guys
Ed.
want to
What
talk
the
about the
Sigma?
first round?
What does that mean? What the Sigma? You guys know?
Chat.
I'm too old to understand that.
Dude,
I'm too old for that.
Moss 84.
Mm.
Randy Moss.
Great.
Best
I have a
receiver-
Randy
most
Moss.
talented receiver in NFL history.
I have a Randy Moss Raiders jersey. And I hate Randy Moss, but I got it from somebody, so
I love Randy Moss. Awesome.
I hated Randy Moss. What can I say? All
Yeah,
right,
okay.
so what does this mean for these teams? What do you think it means for the Islanders? Like, what do you think?
They're gonna go for the defense.
Bergevin couldn't manage a 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
That made me laugh.
BL does not like Bergevin. He was not a Bergie guy, and he always tells me I'm a Bergie apologist. So, yeah. I'm
I mean,
not,
they're gonna-
but
It changes a lot for the Islanders. I mean, there helps with their prospect pool. I mean, I don't know. They get help. I mean,
can they make a mistake on the pick? I don't think
maybe
it's hard to,
I
right?
wouldn't. I mean, their defense is definitely getting up there in age for sure. I mean, Ryan Pollock and Adam Pellick are both 30 years old.
Yeah, they need
Noah
they need
Dobson's
Schaefer.
their best defenseman.
Yeah, so
he's
Schaefer
He might
would
be
fit
moved
for
now.
them.
If you get Schaefer, maybe you move Dobson for a big package.
Yeah,
But you know what? I would not be shocked if the Islanders actually go Misa one. Would not shock me because they really need help on offense. They really need help on
do.
offense.
and they've been
And then
traditionally
start
a
to
low-scoring
go
team.
Schaefer at 2.
They've been traditionally a low-scoring team. Yeah,
Exactly.
for a long
I
time.
wonder then in that case if they'll talk with San Jose and say, "Hey, listen, we really want to take Misa, and you guys could probably use, Schaefer, do a
Yeah,
handshake."
Sharks would be fine with Schaefer. There's no point of trading
Yeah.
from 1 to 2.
Yeah, and it really doesn't happen very often, even something like that.
Yeah.
No,
What
but there
you
could
saw-
be a handshake deal if it's something they really need. Like it doesn't need to be official, but it's kind of like, hey, we'll figure
people
it out.
talk about that. Every year people
So-
talk about that. It never happens.
If I'm San Jose at 2, I'm like, guys, take whatever you want. I'm good with either or. So, because we need help everywhere.
Which is right. And then who's going to give up you know what it's going to cost to give up the number 1 pick, even to the number 2, and you get that pick. No, I don't think so.
Where does Mortone end up? Is what I want to know.
You're not gonna let go. They have him at 4. His ranking is at 4 or 5. One analyst has him at 6, but they have him confidently at 4 or 5. And I think Utah does take him.
I agree.
That makes sense. They got their one team, Cooley.
Are they still playing any hockey? Juniors are still playing hockey, right?
Yeah, the playoffs are still going on.
Right. So, I mean, there's guys that can still move up, and could be still movement in.
Hell,
in
Frundell
that.
could potentially even go to you guys too. You guys could still end up with him.
There might be changes in the in the rankings still of those guys, so you never know. You never know where they actually.
They
end up
haven't
ranked.
they haven't done the combine yet, have they? That's in early June.
Yeah,
That's
that's something that affects how that works out. Definitely does.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is the biggest loser.
Pittsburgh, Nashville, too. They went from 3 to 5.
Yeah,
He went from 4 to 6.
yeah, Nashville, Pittsburgh.
Us.
Either one of them, I would say. Nashville really needed. Actually, yeah, Nashville really needed one of the top three.
Yeah, I'm not sure really needs a center.
Pittsburgh is dying, but I would probably say Nashville was the biggest loser, objectively. They need. Did you see what that team accomplished? Nothing. After their offseason, yeah, they didn't do anything. Actually, you want to know? In fact, they're the team that needed Michael Schaefer the most.
Which team? I was concentrating on the chat. Which team you saying that? Which team you saying?
Nashville.
Nashville.
Oh, Nashville. Yeah, they
Jinx
need
it,
everything.
Rico. Yeah,
they need all 5 picks.
Jesus, Buddha, Rabbi, Yahweh,
No, they need things that actually. They need people that actually exist, though.
Lakers in 5.
So I don't think your friends that are imaginary friends in the sky are going to do anything for any team.
I'm just saying.
But who am I to know? You're getting gooned, Alex.
I'm ignoring.
Somebody with very bad taste. It's somebody with very bad taste. I can tell you that, even though I don't know who they are. Hey, what else? Hey, that can't be it. This is a podcast. Oh well, we're at an hour already. Do we want to talk about playoffs at all?
Let's talk about the playoffs because we're talking about the draft anymore. I'm going to want to drink myself.
I don't know what else we can really talk about anyway.
Second round starts tonight.
Second round.
Winnipeg finally did a thing.
Yeah.
That Jets. Listen, we got to go with these 2 game 7s. Do you want to start with Dallas, Colorado, or the Jets?
Dallas is going to win the cup.
Both of those goddamn series, I had the loser. It looked like the loser was going to win, and then boom, like that. It's over.
I just want to point out my bracket for the West would have been effing perfect if Colorado didn't shit themselves and if Winnipeg actually could have done it in 6 games. I had it. I had a perfect thing. I think I'm 6 for 8 on all my calls.
Last year's bracket.
I told y'all with Dallas. I told y'all.
Last year's bracket, I was
deep.
Last year's
Weren't
bracket,
you the guy that was also
rooting
rooting for St. Louis?
Last year,
yeah, of course. But Dallas was my cup.
I'm just talking. It doesn't matter. Last year's bracket, I was 1 for 7 in the first round. This year, 2 for 8. I was 1 for 8. I was 1 and 7. This year, I was 2 and 6. I got it right there now. Finally, came out of my mouth properly. What a total turnaround. I won last year the bracket contest, and this year I'm lucky if I'm last even. They're going to be under.
Not much. Still don't understand how the lottery works. Well, let me explain. Our teams get the balls picked, and we all get fucked. And that's what happened tonight. Every one of our teams got fucked. Buffalo went down 2 spots. We went down 2 spots. The Bruins went down 2 spots. We all got fucked.
But not in the good way.
Get the grand prize.
But just so y'all know, not in the good way. Sorry, I just throw that in. So playoffs. We thought we were talking playoffs.
No, that's it. I don't really.
What's provocative?
But I actually got to hop off, fellas. So if you guys are gonna talk, have a good rest of the show. Good night, everybody else.
All right.
Night, Cam.
Abandon us.
You're welcome.
Bye. Ciao.
Let's talk about the playoffs.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah. Because that game 7, both of them are great. But let's start with Dallas and Colorado, because that was the first of 2 insane games.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell did Colorado blow that?
Oh,
Cam seems upset. He's
they blew because they let Rantanen go fucking God mode all over the third period.
It was 2-0. I don't know. Boom, 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 and it's 2-2.
Like, wow, man. He was on a mission, Rantanen. Like, he was not gonna lose that game. It's like, no, you guys want to trade me? Okay, your season is over.
You wanted to ask for too much money? Come on.
Well, okay, like too much money. You know, look, depends how much he was really asking for. Because everyone was shooting around like the 14. But then, like, right before he got traded, there was like a rumor that came out that it was his final ask was something like 11.5 or 11.8. Sorry, 12.5 to 12.8.
Yeah, okay, but we don't know exactly what.
Yeah, we don't, right?
You
So
might be right. That might be right because the way he played, like you said, he was on a mission to win that game. And he almost got the third goal. He came close at one point. I thought, that can't be, man. This guy comes back, gets a hattie to win game 7. That's like, you couldn't write it any better.
Yeah.
It almost happened.
And look.
I'll say this, man. What was crazy about that game is the perseverance that Dallas had. They looked dead in the water in that second period because they got outplayed in that second. I watched it. And the third period comes. Colorado gets that quick goal, goes up 2-0, but that team still came guns a-blazing in the third. Rantanen buries the first one on the snipe to make it 2-1. And that place erupted. They had that fill of hope. You knew, that Dallas came with a high-octane blast after that.
Oh, yeah.
They get a penalty. Colorado goes on the power play. They draw a penalty right back to go on the fore side. And Rantanen just goes coast to coast. It looked like me and Shell. Goes coast to coast, wraps it around, gets off the leg and in, ties the game at 2. This is the type of shit you see if you want to be a playoff legend. This is the stuff that makes legends. This is the type of stuff that happens when you look at a player and say, you're him. Rantanen became him. He took over. It is very rare you see an individual player take over a game in the game of hockey.
Yeah, I mean, for a short period. He took it over But I mean, you can say the same thing with the Winnipeg, and I was not going for Winnipeg, but I mean, Cole Perfetti, 1.6 seconds left. Winnipeg didn't give up at all until the end, and Perfetti, he got that goal that turned out to lead to the winner in overtime. I mean, that's a big goal. So both games, like legendary finishes. Crazy.
The only thing BL done that I can really compare, and I still think the NHL playoffs is better, but the only thing that I can think of that can compare is the opening 2 days of March Madness in the NCAA basketball.
Oh, God. You got to be into basketball. I'm not, so I can't.
Well, I'm only saying this because everyone makes a bracket. Everyone gets invested, no matter whether you're a fan or not. I still would take the NHL playoffs. I think the NFL playoffs are awesome too. I think very underrated. Wild card weekend is great, but the NHL playoffs are one of a kind.
And I'll say this too about first round. It's not how it used to be when I was younger. First round, when you do go 1-8 and all that, it's not as good. But now the talent is so much better, and with parity. And the first round, you go 1-8, and the 8th team can put in our show too, and you get much better play. So the first round is much better than it used to be.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, look, the NHL. That's one, especially coming out of the first lockout. That's one thing that they really wanted to do with with the cap was create more parity in the league because. Look, even as a kid growing up in the 90s watching hockey and everything, you knew who the big boys were. And most of the time, whoever was 8'7", usually didn't even stand a chance. Yeah. Now it's
because the salary cap too, because those guys could afford everybody.
But that's why you had teams like the Flyers, like Toronto, like Detroit, Montreal with the big pockets
Rangers,
being
Rangers.
Exactly. But now that's it. Now with the cap, right? You really got to build a team properly, and
it evens the playing ground. It does definitely even the playing ground.
Yeah, because you look at all these teams that are fighting to make the team that basically finished 9, 10, 11. Some you could say some of those, they even deserve. They could still put up a good fight, if they would have made the playoffs too.
It was a wild finish, which in the long run. It's better because, right up until the freaking last day, Montreal didn't know what they can get. There were teams that, so more fan bases involved. Yeah, it's all, it's all better. What I don't like is during the playoffs is where they're making it a battle. It's going to lead to a lot more injuries, and I don't really like that. But that's where it's clear. It's not one team that can complain the refs are bad. The refs are just overlooking. It's not that they don't see it. They do. They have to. And they're just it's what's wanted. You got to win the battle.
That's why depth is so important in the playoffs, because sometimes it becomes more of attrition. Dallas is a perfect example of that. They had no Robertson and Heiskanen, and they still found a way to beat arguably the Cup favorite.
Yeah,
so
depth, size, and meanness, toughness, and meanness are becoming a big thing. Really, like a player like Wilson, he's valuable, man, in the playoffs. As much as I hate that guy, you need a guy like that in the playoffs. If you want to win.
I wholeheartely agree with that statement.
It's unfortunate that that's the way it has to go, but I mean that's the way the NHL is making it.
But you've always needed some level of toughness and physicality, like
in the playoffs. Yeah,
you can't get away being finesse all the time and just skill. No. Because that was a big issue with the Capitals for all those years until they broke through in 2018. It was a very skill-based team. They didn't have enough meanness until Wilson came along, Orlov came along, guys like that.
The Habs of the 70s, late 70s, they had an odd combination of that skill, and they can play that game against anybody. But if you want to play tough against them, they're going to answer the bell. And that you don't see that anymore. That's one thing. You don't see that anymore. And I think that's what the Habs are going for now. I don't know if they can get that again, but I think that is kind of what they're going for.
Yeah, and the reason why, like, you look at some of the best teams in the past 20 years, like Alex brought up Washington, like all these teams that during the season they always play like these run and gun offenses that they never succeed in the playoffs, because come playoffs when everything gets shut down, everything gets so much more physical, like these teams disappear. And like look at the Leafs. For the Leafs, the past few years, that they just try to outscore their problems. Now come this year, they hire Berube. It changes their system up completely. Brings more.
They're tough enough though for Florida. Do you?
I'm torn on. Honestly, I'm really torn on that series, because I could see. I think look, this is why a guy Scott Laughton's not the biggest guy. Okay, he's not. But he plays a rough, tough game. Same thing with Domi. This is why you bring in guys like Tanev, like Cabe,
Have you seen the clip of Paul Maurice last season behind the bench yelling at the players about this exact thing? And he said, he says, don't fuck making the plays. Fuck making the plays. Hit him into the ground for game 7 so they'll have nothing left. And that's what their strategy is. And I think Florida's going to hit them. And by late in the series, I don't think Toronto's got enough left.
I don't know. That's why
I'm hoping for that.
I just think this Toronto team is built different. I
agree, but I still don't think they're built. I don't think Matthews, Marner, I don't think they're built for that. And those are important guys.
But that's my point exactly. Is like in the past, you were relying on they just got to score. Matthews, Marner, whatever, they just got to score. The problem I find that Toronto had the past few years is the guys surrounding them were not it wasn't the right set of players.
That's true. They're better there. I agree with you. They're better there.
And that's why I feel like I think this team might actually be able to actually get through the Panthers. Now, I don't know, I'm very torn on this, because I could easily see the Panthers winning this. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed Toronto's going to win. I'm just saying that this Toronto team is built a little different. Plus, with Berube leading them, I think they're playing a different style of game, and it's more playoff hockey. I'm saying, I wouldn't be shocked if they end up beating Florida.
I do want to say one thing about Toronto. The two things that stand out about them more this year than prior years, as you just mentioned, Eric, Craig Berube's a game changer. He's won it all before, and he won it with St. Louis a very similar way to how he won it with Florida. A beat you down, grind it out, physical style of play in 2019. And that's how they beat the Bruins. The Bruins are sure the more talented team on paper.
I'm not disagreeing
Louis-
with you guys, though. I'm
Yeah.
not disagreeing with you. And I said this before the season that they worried me this year because they are different. Berube worries me. I still don't think they're ready. They're there yet. Now,
Well,
the
that
good
fits
thing
me
is
my-
they're young enough and they can still, they've opened their window a little bit longer by having Berube and by having these kind of upgrades, I think. But I don't know if it's biased for me because you know how I feel about the Leafs.
Listen,
I
I
don't think
hope
they
you're
have
right
it.
because I want a new set of Leaf memes. But I
Yeah,
said it
exactly.
already before,
Exactly.
and I'll say it again.
Exactly.
It's a big if, and I don't think they will. I am picking Florida in this series. But if for some reason Toronto gets past them,
Yeah.
that is getting past one of their massive boogeymen.
Yeah, but
And I
it
think
gets
they will.
harder. It only gets harder though.
It does. It does. But if you can deal with a team like Florida that beats the crap out of you and grinds you down, and you can get past that, that tells me you're mentally tough to handle almost anything.
Okay, but don't you think though this series could be the series that grinds them down so much that
You're
they
right,
don't
absolutely.
have anything left after?
But
this?
at the same time,
Could be.
everyone's going to grind it down to some degree. So,
Well, we'll see. Listen, we'll see. I don't even know. I don't
I'm
even know
picking
what it'd be
Florida
like.
in 6.
I can't even imagine hearing Toronto Maple Leafs Stanley Cup champions. I don't
want to either. Because
So,
if they win it all, we have the longest drought in the NHL between cup wins.
one of the signs of the apocalypse, right there, man. Right? It's it, man.
Oh man, you think that fan base is annoying now? Oh my god, how
Oh my
annoying would
God.
they be with a cup?
Oh God, they'd be unbearable. Unbearable.
Oh.
Realistically, never fear. Dallas is here. They'll stump them.
Well, that's what
Right.
I'm saying, though. It's going to get harder. It ain't going to get easier.
I will
Right.
say, too, when it comes to that, is if Toronto is going to win that series against Florida, they have to match Florida's physicality. And their defense and goaltending is a lot better, too. But when it comes down to it, they're going to have to match Florida's physicality to at least some degree. If Florida hits them, you're going to have to hit them back.
And they've got toughness in their top 6 that I don't think Toronto has, except Domi, but he's too small.
I think Nylander is a ballsy SOB. I will give Nylander props.
I don't think he has the physicality
Yeah,
or the
well,
toughness.
Matthew Nice brings with a bit of an edge.
Listen, I'll give you that. If there's a Toronto Maple Leaf I like, it's Nice. As much as I don't
He might get
admit that.
RFA'd. I mean, offer sheeted.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, because then I could like the kid better. But no, seriously, they got a player in Nice, that's for sure.
Yeah, they got a good one there.
Yeah. All right. What do you think? The game just started, by the way, Toronto and Florida. So I'm definitely taking that in.
I do want to talk real quick, too, about these 2 Game 7s a little bit more. The Jets and Blues last night. Who the hell thought, after Hellebuck started the way he did, letting in that horrible second softie, that second goal was atrocious. An unscreened shot, practically from the blue line, beat some short side. That first goal, he was just so completely out of position. I don't even know what the hell he was trying to read on the third goal. He looked so small in the net. He left about 75% of it open.
Nylander blew one past Bobrovsky.
Well, that was quick. 1-0 Toronto.
Yeah.
Just like that.
A rocket. Bob didn't see it. He was screened. But a rocket. Boom. I have to say.
And then bringing up that series that's overtime was awesome. And how Winnipeg came back, persevered in those last 2 minutes.
God, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. How the hell did they do that?
I gotta say,
Okay, cool.
that
God
city
damn
was
it.
ready to tear Hellebuck a new one and tear that place to shreds. That was one of the most insane things I've seen in recent sports memory. Not just in hockey, in recent sports memory.
Yeah.
I sat down at the table with Nicole's family today, and her father was actually talking about me. He's not a big hockey guy at all. But he said, that was unbelievable. Did you see how they came back? You got casual fans talking about.
You talk about a hero of the game.
Yes.
Perfetti. I don't think you get a bigger hero of a game right there.
That was
1.6 seconds. How?
alive.
Jesus. And of course, when that happened, I knew that they were going to win in overtime.
I did too. You kind of felt
Yeah.
They had to take almost 2 overtime periods to do it, though. Like,
it was demoralizing for the Blues. Like you had your chance, you had your tickets boarded to go to Dallas, already almost punched, and they ripped them in front of you.
Okay, let's ask this question again before we go. What are the chances that the Cup comes back to Canada? 3 teams.
37.5.
That's the official. No, what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
40%. Well, and I think it's around that, realistically. I think I give Toronto about a 10% chance, and I give the other two. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to give Toronto about a 15% chance. I'm going to give Winnipeg 15 and Edmonton 10. I'm still not a believer in Edmonton. I don't think their goaltending is going to hold up against Vegas. And unlike the Kings, Vegas is going to play 3D pairings.
I like, On Winnipeg, I don't see them getting past Dallas, so I give Winnipeg like 0% chance.
You don't think winning the first round the way they did maybe gives them a boost a little bit?
No.
I
You know what? Like,
Winnipeg.
I'm sorry. Like, I actually like St. Louis. It was a good team. I think they're an up and coming team. But for Winnipeg, I have to say also, Winnipeg is decimated by injury also. Now they lost Morrissey last game too.
Yeah, true.
Shifley gone, Morrissey gone. I don't know how Ehlers or Velarde, if they're even at 100%, because they came back midway through that series. So and the way Hellebuck played in that first round, so I can't see Winnipeg doing anything.
And they had to go 7 games, and it was a tough 7.
Exactly. So,
and not to mention, Dallas is about to get healthier. They're going to get potentially Robertson back.
I heard Heiskanen might come back in the second round, but I heard that Robertson might not be available for the second though.
Yeah, they said Heiskanen is definitely ahead of Robertson. Heiskanen expecting anywhere between games 1 and 3, where Robertson, they said maybe. It's like a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry, Biel, I don't know about the Oilers, man. I really don't.
Yeah. Unless they do like last year and surprise the hell out of everybody.
Skinner has to wake up, or somehow Calvin Pickard turns into 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't like Edmonton's depth. I'm not super sold on their defense. You have to have basically McDavid and Draisaitl going God mode every game. So I don't see it for Edmonton. Maybe they beat Vegas, but in the conference finals, if it is going to be Dallas, and if Dallas is going to be 100% healthy by the conference finals, and what I mean, like, obviously no team's 100% healthy by then, but I'm just saying, like, if Heiskanen comes back and Robertson comes back, and if Rantanen keeps on playing the way he's playing, like, I can't see Edmonton beating Dallas in the conference finals. So
I don't see anyone beating Dallas out of the West. The only team in the entire league I can see beating Dallas the rest of the way is Florida, realistically. I really do.
Well,
if Vegas beats Edmonton, I think it could be a close series. I would still give it to Dallas. But yeah, no. That's why I think Toronto has the best, out of all the Canadian teams left, they have the best chance of winning, because if they could somehow get past Florida, and then in the next round they would be playing either one of Washington or Carolina, I think they could match up well with either one of those teams. Now, in my bracket, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had Toronto and Carolina in the conference finals, but I picked Carolina to go to the finals. But then again, like, look, I could see Toronto end up beating Carolina if that's the case. So we'll see.
That's true. Yeah. Wait a second. No, I don't think they trade up. It's too hard to trade up, number one. I don't think they trade up. Getting their second line center is not going to be in the draft for next year.
No. No, Montreal has to trade for one. They need somebody who's ready now, not somebody that's gonna take 2-3 years to develop.
Cam took off. He doesn't. He took off because that's Cam. What's this? McDavid's is gonna will his team with the help of his German sidekick. But is it enough though? No, do they have enough of a supporting cast? I don't know.
I don't think so. They
I
just
don't either.
last year. It's not going to work every series. You're not going to run into a team coached by Hiller who refuses to play all three of his D pairings and craps his pants in the third period.
Like, I feel like the Kings blew it more than Edmonton won. So, and I think the Kings were probably like the 6th or 7th best team in the West, if even that. Like, no, I don't see this good for Edmonton.
Canes, well, anyway, we'll see in the second round. But with their goaltending, I can't see the Oilers doing. I can't. I can't. Yeah, I don't think it's the Perry curse or just the goaltending. I don't know. And wait, no, BL, we're not getting Horvat. I don't think.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think Horvat. He's making too much and for too long.
They should.
I just don't think he's available.
Here, they should have. They had a chance, but they.
If the Islanders would commit to a full-blown rebuild, with some kind of rebuild, like with Montreal's picks 16 and 17, look, Bo Horvat's not a bad player. Bo Horvat's a really good player.
Yeah, but he's making 8.5, and he's signed for like another 6 or 7 years. I think that's too much.
That's good. You have cost certainty.
Okay, so maybe you're right. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. I do think if they pick up a guy like that, where they're paying that much to get him, he's sticking around for a while. So he has the term. And 8.5 is true. With the cap going up, it's not as bad. Maybe it is Bo. I'm okay with Bo Horvat.
Yeah. If the cap keeps on going up the way it's projected, like a really good second line center eventually going to cost you like almost $10 million.
No, it is.
Which is nuts.
Right. And another aspect, Bo Horvat's a freaking Habs killer. So getting him away from that is not a bad thing either.
I don't think they are better. I don't know how they are better at all. Their depth is gone. Skinner's in his own head. The number one defenseman is injured right now. And I still think McDavid and Draisaitl are more banged up than they were last year at this time. So I really don't think they're better.
I don't think they're better.
No, this Edmonton team is not better than last year's. No. They're slower, they're older, and no.
They ran into a team they have rental property in their head. The only simply put.
Well, maybe that's part of Toronto's problem in the long run. We'll see. Right now, it's 1-0 still, but very early.
That game's still early.
6.5.
Yeah, it's still the first.
Yeah. BL says no Horvat, no money. Oh yeah, Cue Ball gave 8.7 to that freaking Line. Cue Ball did not give 8.7 to Line. Cue Ball traded to get a player. That's what his contract was. He didn't give that to him, and he won't get that from Montreal, I don't think.
Oh no.
Yeah,
if they re-sign him, and that's if they.
I don't even think you're re-signing him. I think you're going to let him walk.
And I'll tell you, if they don't re-sign him, there's nothing wrong with that move. It didn't hurt Montreal in any way, and they didn't make the playoffs without Line.
Who did you
also
trade?
Got a second.
Who'd you trade for him? What was the trade?
It was
Jordan Harris.
Jordan Harris, and we got a second.
Yeah, exactly.
Line.
I can't believe they gave you a second.
So when you consider we had the cap space, it's not going to hurt us. We got the second, and there's no commitment. If he doesn't work out, he doesn't work out. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Will they re-sign him? I think it'll depend on the first few months of the season.
But it won't be for them. I don't think he's going to get that much money, though, even if they do re-sign him.
6, 7, not 8.6 or 7 million, but I don't think 8.7.
At this point, I think Line is really showing that he's like a specialty player, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's what he is. He is definitely. He's a power play specialist. Unless he does something to improve his game, he's a power play specialist.
Who is the first round? Whose first rounder are you going to get, Whitey? Unless if you trade a significant roster player, that's my question. I don't see any way the Bruins get another first rounder, and I don't think Marchand would want to go back unless if Sweeney is gone. I don't think that would.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't think Marchand's going back. Besides, it's not often that happens. Teams talk about it, the fans do. Oh, don't worry, we'll get him back in the offseason. How many times have you seen that happen? Not a lot.
Justin Braun.
Yeah, that's right. He came back.
But it does not happen often.
No, it's rare.
Happen often.
It has happened a few times, but it doesn't happen that often.
No, of course it's happened, but it doesn't happen a lot. So it's not something you would count on to be a thing that happens.
No.
He should have made Columbus pay half.
Marchand
and
no. Away in 3 different leagues.
You might be right, but it didn't hurt them with the cap, and it's not going to hurt them. So it's not something that it's really to be complained about, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's all.
I just want to talk about something that just happened in this Toronto-Florida series. Did you see what Marchand just did, pestering the Leaf players after the play and drawing Jamey into a cross-check?
Yeah, Domi's a hothead.
Thing I've ever seen, and that's awesome.
And Domi's a hothead. You can get him like that. He's a hothead.
He got Jamey PO'd, and he drew him into a cross-check. I guarantee you Florida's scoring on this power play.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Not changing the spots on that leopard. Oh, no, BL, I don't disagree with you. I don't. Like I said, unless Line 8 changes, right, but I don't see it happening either. He is who he is. He's a power play specialist. Maybe they can get him to play a little bit better, but there's a lot of work there for the rest of his game. So I don't know. We'll see in the next, like I say, if he doesn't improve, he's not going to stick around. Simple, in my opinion. Bruins get a first rounder if Panthers win this series.
That is true.
Yes, in the Marchand trade, right?
Yeah, that second.
Yeah.
We have Toronto's first rounder in 2027.
So you want them to lose too?
Well, that has nothing to do with it. We have that no matter what. That was part of the Lawton trade.
Dakota says Line
will
get injured again. Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
I mean, everybody. I mean, it's a 50-50 thing. You're right or you're wrong. It's but you're probably right.
Well, he's starting to get a bit of an injury history, so it's probably more likely than not.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. You know what? And I think that a lot of that has to do with the way he plays. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to lean on guys more. He needs to do that. Otherwise, guys know you can hit this fucking guy, and he's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
It gets mental at some point.
All right, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up.
Well, you got a first rounder for Lawton? Yeah, and Gulbenkian too, and a prospect.
Fantastic trade by Danny. Fantastic.
I think that was a good deal for Philly for sure.
We gave a 4th, a 6th in Lawton and retained 50%, and we got the first and Nikita Gulbenkian. That was a fantastic deal. Nothing you can say would change my mind.
Yep. They're bringing out another goal in the playoffs last night. So.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Looking good.
And how many years do you have to retain on Lawton? Just one?
One more.
1.5 mil.
No, but just how long? 1 more year. That's
one
nothing.
more year.
Yeah, 1 more year.
Yeah, that's nothing. So.
No, it's not. 1.5 is nothing.
And it's not a lot of money. So that's a pretty good deal.
Yep.
All right. I think we're done. You guys want to add anything before we end up?
My predictions for the 4 series: Florida in 6, Dallas in 6, Vegas in 5, and Carolina in 7.
Oh.
Let me see. I'm gonna take Toronto. Fuck it. I'm gonna go for it.
Oh.
Toronto's gonna do it in 6 also. I think Carolina will end up beating Washington. Actually, no. Wait, hold on. I think I'm gonna change my mind. I think I'm gonna go Washington because I don't know. After watching that Montreal series, I feel like Washington might be like a team of destiny of some sort. You know, like how good of a story would it be? You know, like Ovechkin gets the record. But it's a team, a band of misfits, a bunch of cast-offs and everything.
Yeah.
You know, like all the guys like the Chikrin and Dubois and guys like Morgan Thompson, all guys at Manjavan, all these guys that no one wanted, and like I don't know. I think it'd be a great story. So I'm gonna go Washington, and then in the West, Dallas and Vegas.
I'm gonna go Florida, Carolina, because after that series with Washington, I have a new hate on for them. So forget that.
Shocking.
What's the other two matchups? I'm not sure.
Dallas, Winnipeg,
Dallas, Winnipeg, and taking Dallas,
and Edmonton and Vegas.
and Edmonton, Vegas. Yeah, it's you know what? I'm gonna take Edmonton only in this. I think there may be something to that what BL says, like, or whoever said it, they're kind of a Cinderella team. And and they surprised the fuck out of me last year. So just for that, I'm taking them. I don't really think they're gonna win, but I'm doing that. There you go. That's for me. All right. If you want to let us know in the comment section, not here in the chat, because we're gonna go now, but if you want to let us know in the comment section how you guys see the second round going, please do that. I will respond to it. One of us will if you leave a comment. And what else we got to add on? On my channel, Talking Habs, hit the join button if you want to become a member. There's a new members-only video out today where I react to my Kirby doc for Elias Pettersson video that I did like a year and a half ago. So check that out and let me know what you think about that. And that's it. We're going to take off, and we'll see you next week. And till then, stay safe out there. Peace out. And don't puck with Pucking Around won't be on Talking Habs next week, but we'll be back regularly on Don't Puck with Media with a regular show. And that's it. Ciao, everybody. Have a good night. Go Habs, go.
Let's go Flyers.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, ciao, everybody.